morning, everybody. I promised a video this weekend, so I'm gonna try to do this really quick because I have to work tomorrow, so this is really the easiest day to do it. But Kaylee has a soccer game that I have to leave for in like an hour, so this is gonna be like super quick. I'm gonna move super quick. I might not break it down, but please feel free to ask me any questions or anything you might have regarding what I'm doing. Sorry, my dog was trying to break into my room. Like, this isn't my actual setup. Like, I'm literally just at my makeup mirror and trying to get this going. So anyway, skincare is always first, always. And of course, I literally don't have anything set up where I need it right now, so it might take me a second to find stuff, but I swear by this. Any products I use, I'm going to link in either the description of the video or the comments. Like, I'm going to make sure you know everything I'm using. This is Tarte's Marijuana oil. It's really good. Like, it provides an amazing base to start your makeup. You don't need much. I swear, you really don't. Like, you'll see. Comes in a dropper. I am literally putting 2 drops of this in my hands. You gotta warm it up a little bit. And you just literally very, very gently push it into your skin. Remember how sensitive your skin really is. You can use your hands. I know you won't see a lot of people using their hands. I use my hands a lot. It's easier sometimes. So, just like that. It's super easy. And then that's good to go. And then you really want to have like a good under eye cream because that really keeps your makeup from creasing underneath of your eyes. And like I said, I have literally nothing set up right now, so I'm searching for everything as I tell you I'm gonna use it. If you can hear the background music, but I've been really hooked on the Greatest Showman soundtrack lately. Okay, so I have a small bottle of it. It comes in a bigger bottle. I just wanted to try it before I paid the pretty big price tag for the stuff, but it's the Tarte Marijuana C Brightener Eye Treatment. Basically, it's the same idea. You only need a tiny bit. Like, this amount I have here, I'm going to use on both eyes. Warm it up a little bit between your fingers, and then just super gently press it in. Like, super gently. The skin under your eyes is so sensitive. You really don't want to put a lot of pressure. Okay, there's that. My eyebrows are kind of already done. I'll probably go over them a little bit, but I can show you what I use. Again, it's just a matter of finding it. Like, normally I have like my makeup table like organized, like stuff is where I need it to be, but this morning I'm kind of a hot mess. Like, I've been up a long time, but I was really slow about getting ready. I use the Anastasia Beverly Hills. It's the brow definer. It's double-ended, and you really want to do your eyebrows before you do your foundation, just because you're gonna go back and you're gonna clean them up with concealer and foundation later, so it just saves you that step. It's got a spoolie on one end, so literally just brush them. And my phone is in front of my mirror right now, so if you see me looking over my phone, it's because I'm actually looking in my makeup mirror. Other end, pencil. You don't have to sharpen it. Twist up, triangle shape, and you literally just go in, and I start by doing my brow shape, whatever I want the shape to be. And then you're gonna go in and you're gonna use motions like this. You're not gonna color it. You don't want it to look overly heavy. Eyebrows are supposed to be pretty natural. Like I said, mine are pretty much done. I am kind of just touching them up. And then I typically lighten it here so that you have that more natural look. And I swear by, a lot of people laugh at me, it's fine, especially when I am in a hurry like I am today. Tape, Scotch tape is your best friend. Like, I use it to, you'll notice a lot of my makeup, I have that really sharp line. It's because I use tape. It really keeps your makeup from, like, if you're using a product that has heavy fallout, meaning when you're putting it on, it's falling over your face, you're gonna find that it catches a lot of that. And it also makes it so you can really speed through your eye makeup like it's not even an issue, because you're not gonna make a huge mess. Okay, so, like I said, I'm still just looking for everything. I made the mistake last time I did my makeup, instead of cleaning it up correctly, I just kind of tossed everything in my drawer. Like, my makeup area is a mess right now. Okay, primer is huge. That is the first step you're gonna do any eye makeup look. I tried this out and I love it. It's the NYX Proof It Waterproof Eyeshadow Primer. It's, like I said, I'll link everything, but it is super affordable. It comes with an applicator. I just kind of put a bunch of it on. Like I said, you'll see me using my fingers a lot. You just need to make sure you're blending it all over where you're gonna have makeup, because if you miss a spot with it, you're gonna be able to tell. And this is how my eye makeup, like, I can get the super bright colors, the heavy pigmentation. Primer really helps. Like, I cannot stress that enough. So I'm gonna do something super quick with one of my go-to palettes. At the moment, it's one of my go-to palettes. It's one of my newer ones, but I am obsessed with it. It is the Too Faced Palm Springs Dreams palette. Good combination of mattes and shimmers. And you really need to make sure you're using the right brush for what you want to do. My brushes are behind my makeup mirror. That's what I'm going for. And I absolutely have favorite brushes. What, sweetie? What, sweetie? Oh, there we go.
Some paper.
Okay, Heavy didn't help you real quick, okay?
I need big paper.
Okay.
So it's in my outside.
Okay. So I'm using this Tarte double-ended shadow brush. This is the side that I'm going to use to do, like, my corners. I'm going to use the shade BYOB. It's the dark brown up here in the corner. And anyone that knows me knows that I like my eyes dramatic. Belle, you gotta give me a few minutes, babe. Give me a few minutes, babe. Give me a few minutes, babe. I was thinking I was going to edit all of these intrusions out, but maybe it's good for you to see realistically what I deal with when I try to just take a little time to do my makeup. A lot of times, like I'm going to do this as quick as possible. I'm super focused on it, but I'm really distractible. Like it is so easy for me to get doing something else and I'll have half done makeup and I just keep coming back to it and it'll take me a couple hours. Even when the girls are at school, like I'll get distracted by something on my phone, or I'll need to take the dogs out. And now I can hear my kids fighting out in the living room. For blending, you really need that soft. You don't want a hard brush because you're really not going to be able to get that blended in. And once you're, you know, generally happy with what you've done, you'll see me go back in and touch this up. I just kind of get like the rough foundation. Then I'm gonna go in with a product that I literally couldn't live without. My bottle's disgusting, but it's the Tarte Shape Tape. I'm using the shade Fair. I use it to prime for like, especially for shimmer shades. Like, look how little I put on, how heavy that is. And then I kind of blend it so the line isn't so harsh. And really all you have to do is just tap back and forth to make that like really smooth transition. I recommend using a clean finger to blend the transition. Then I kind of just wing it. I never know what I'm gonna do with my makeup until I get to that point. I think I am going to, I haven't tried this shade yet, so we're gonna see how it goes. That one right there. And you're gonna see I'm going to use the other end, the more like harsher end. Let me see. And for shimmer shades, I don't swipe back and forth. I just, ooh, that's pretty. I just tap it. I don't know if you can hear it, but I have a concert from Little Miss Bell going on in the background. That is super pretty. Like I said, you're gonna notice I don't know if you can tell, I'm not swiping, I am tapping. Now we're just gonna do that to the other side. A lot of times you'll see me do a heavy winged liner. I am not gonna do that today just because this color is already so dark. This is such a pretty fall color. Like, I love this palette for fall right now. And I love it for the pink shades. Everyone knows I'm obsessed with pink. The pink look I did recently, I did with this palette, which I do plan to do a video on in the future. This is, like I said, this is just a quick, because I promised you a video this weekend and I don't want to be a liar. then like I said, you're gonna see me go in and just, I'm swiping in with the darker shade just to touch up spots that have the shimmer where I don't necessarily want the shimmer. Okay. Now, what we're gonna do, I'm gonna take this tape off and you're gonna see why I use it. Like, look how sharp that line is. And it makes such a huge difference to me. I go through a lot of tape. I will tell you that. You go through a lot of tape. They do sell eyeshadow guides that stick to your face. They sell them in the beauty section, but it's like, you only get so many, and for your money, you're better off just using tape. There's really no difference. It doesn't work any better. Okay, so now I'm gonna do my lashes first, actually. I am so sorry. I don't know what lashes these are. I have a collection of lashes, and I just look at them and say, okay, I'm gonna use these lashes today. And typically I will plan my makeup look around what lashes I want to wear, because my wing liner, if I'm just doing wing liner, I typically go a little lighter on the lashes, but as you can tell, these are pretty serious. And I multitask to get things done quicker, because this glue, you want to let it sit on there for at least about 30 seconds and just let it get tacky. So you'll find that I'll put the glue on and then I'll do something else, which I'm about to do. Okay, so the oil has had time to sink into your face, but you still need to prime your face, and it's gonna make your foundation look so much better. I'm obsessed with this primer. I'm actually almost out of it. I gotta get more, but it's the Tarte, the Timeless Smoothing Primer. Sorry, it's a putty primer. It's super thick. Like, you can't really see it because I'm almost out of it, but it's super thick. And again, you really don't need much of this. Like, I'm literally gonna put this on a couple different parts of my face. And again, you're gonna gently just tap it in. You're not gonna want this one on your whole face. I use it where my pores are kind of large. So typically my chin, my nose, my forehead, and like my cheeks. You really don't need this all over. And I got way too much, so that's literally going to be enough for both cheeks. Again, be so gentle with your skin. Like, it makes such a huge difference. And I just like giving stuff like that time to just sit on my face before I start putting my foundation on. One of the things I'm always looking for is my tweezers. I always manage to lose my tweezers. So we might do this without it. Yeah, we're gonna do it without it just to save time, because they'll take me forever to find. Okay. So like I said, you're gonna let that glue get really tacky. I'm gonna get super close to the screen so you can actually see what I'm doing. You're gonna want to like pinch them into your lashes and make sure you're getting these as close to your lash line as possible. Otherwise, they're just not gonna look good. And just remember, like, this glue isn't permanent. Like, lashes take a super long time to learn how to put on. I've been, doing them for years. But there is no shame in taking them back off and starting over. They should be comfortable. Like, I can't even feel that this is on my eye. Like, it might take some getting used to, but if they're uncomfortable, if you can feel something super heavy on your eye, Like if they're hurting, they're pulling, you probably don't have them on right and you should really start over. Okay. So that one's setting. I'm gonna get the glue on the other one. Oh, and as you can see, sometimes they just get stuck to you. So you know, that's like, let that glue get tacky, like I said, like 30 seconds or so. And now I'm kind of at a loss. I might turn my music back on. Maybe. Okay. Okay. Try to rush this one along a little bit, just because it's 8:30 and I still have to get Kaylee ready. Okay. I really don't know if you can hear, but Bella's putting on the cutest little concert behind me. And I just kind of like, after I have both of them on, I kind of just check. I make sure they look even. Any lashes from the bottom that accidentally got glued to the top, I kind of free them. Really check the corners to make sure that glue is down. Okay, so my foundation right now, my go-to foundation right now, I cannot express how much I love this foundation. Face Tape by Tarte. I'm super pale, as you know. I have fair light neutral. I love it, love it. Really, it helps me skip a step because I have acne-prone skin, especially like certain times of the month, right, ladies? And I don't need to cover each individual blemish like this does it for me. It's so thick, it's high coverage. In my opinion, this is absolutely worth the price tag. Like I said, I will put products, prices, everything I use. Okay, I'm using their foundation brush. You're gonna want, a lot of people use beauty blenders. I don't like beauty blenders. You're gonna want a super dense brush. Mine's a little dirty, but because if you use too fluffy of a brush, like, you're gonna lose a lot of product. You want a dense brush where that product is literally, you're gonna see, just sits on top of my brush. You're not going to rub this into your skin. I cannot stress enough, do not rub on your skin. You are literally going to blot it into your skin. It's a weird motion to get used to, but once you do, I promise it is so worth it. And foundation is one of the few things you will see me not apply with my fingers, just because you get such better coverage if you have a nice foundation brush. And if you use beauty blenders, like, that's fine. I hear some people love them, some people hate them. I've tried one before, and I just found that I was losing a lot of product in my sponge. Now, granted, I may have been using it incorrectly. It's a sponge. It soaks up foundation.
Wow!
And this foundation goes super far. You really don't need all that much of it. I mean, you saw how much I just put on, and I have this whole part of my face done. Just a pea-sized amount. Like, this is literally how much I put on at a time. This foundation lasts me forever. Like, I bought this, oh my gosh, the beginning of the year. And it's still going strong. As far as foundations go, the high ends that I favor are always Tarte. I love Tarte's foundations. I'm more than willing to do a video reviewing other foundations. Really, any product you want me to review, comment the video, like send me a message. Like, I am willing to try new things to see how they work. Now you notice, like, I've only done this like 3 times, like, and this is covering my whole face. And that you will see me use more of a I will use a sweeping motion near my eyebrows just to clean them up, and then I'll go back. Now, I am super tired today, so today is going to be one of the days you actually see me use my Shape Tape as a concealer. Typically, I use it for an eye primer. Bella's starting to get out of control, which is why, like I said, sometimes my makeup takes me 2 hours. But I mean, I'm only like 27 minutes into this video, and I feel like this has been super going quick. Okay, so this is something you don't see a lot of people do. This is a personal preference of mine. I bronze all over because I'm super pale and I prefer to be not as pale. I plug Tarte products a lot, but I love the brand. Tarte Park Ave Princess Amazonian Clay Waterproof Bronzer. Like I said, I literally all over my face. Again, you're gonna want to use kind of a dense brush, not as dense as your foundation brush, but it's really gonna help you get the coverage that you're looking for. And like I said, not everybody does this. This is a lot of my makeup is trial and error and personal preference. Not everybody wants to look bronze all over. Some people prefer a heavily contoured look, which is really a blending of highlights and bronzers. I don't do that. Like, I'll contour my cheekbones a little bit, my nose occasionally, but I am not big on contouring. So that's one thing I probably can't teach you because that's not a strong point of mine. But hey, after school, maybe it will be. I like to also go in and clean up my brows with my bronzer. As you can see, it just makes them look like a little bit more natural. Okay. Make sure whatever you're doing to your face, and I cannot stress this enough, you're doing to your neck. You don't want to have that harsh line between your neck and your face. Okay, so like I said, you're gonna see me do a small amount of contouring. It's nothing crazy, like it's basic, anybody can do this. I've been using it for a while, by Pure, their sculpting palette. You can see which one I use the most. It's two contouring shades, 2 highlighting shades. That's the same brush I just used for bronzer. You're just gonna get a little bit on your brush, and you're gonna find this line between your ear, and like you're really gonna go like down. See, and then you blend it up. Do not blend it down. You blend it up to give the illusion that you have some cheekbones. Okay, and then do it on the other side. And like you'll see this, like this is nowhere near the color of my skin at all. But when you blend it out, it's not quite so harsh. And you're also gonna see me just do a little on my forehead. Just right by your hairline. Blend it down a little bit. You're not gonna want, I don't go past like halfway down my forehead. You know, unless I accidentally do it. Okay. Alright. So, like I said, typically I'm not huge on like my under eye, but I'm tired today. I've been up since 5. I couldn't sleep. So, I barely put anything on here. I do a couple little dots. And again, I am literally just going to use my finger, not swiping my fingers at all. I am like blotting, so you can see the motion that I'm doing. Gently, because like I said, the skin under your eyes is so sensitive. Maybe I should just have Belle provide the music for all of my videos, because this concert is great. Oh my god, she's adorable. And you'll see I have this little birthmark under my eye. I've had it since I was born. I could get it removed, but why bother? It's been there my whole life. And okay, now at this point, I'm gonna go back to the palette that I used. You'll never, okay, I shouldn't say never. I'm guessing some looks that I try to do, I'll have to do it. I typically never use liner in my waterline. I think it makes my eyes look small. I'm not a fan of the way it looks. I go back in with that dark color that I used, and I kind of use that under my eye just to tie. You want to tie the top of your eye to the bottom. Like, you don't want to look like you have half done makeup. And sometimes I occasionally make a little mess. It's fine. As Jessie would say, just paint a happy little tree over it. Okay. There's that. And then I'm going to get, I don't know typically what they're called, but I use them for, it's super tiny. I use it. This is a Luxie brush. I love Luxie brushes. This is a mini flat angled. It's really good for like getting, like I'm gonna get in these tight little areas with it. And I actually think I'm going to accent with this gold color, because this other color I used up here is really dark. I don't want to have that all under my eye. So we're gonna try that. It's called Dirty Martini, so I mean, can't be bad, right? And I also pull it into the corner and just tie it to the top. I don't know if you can see this. I'm going to post a picture of the finished look. Okay, said, when I start doing my weekly videos, I'm gonna use my professional camera, a ring light. It's gonna be so much easier to see. This is just a super quick video. I'm literally using my phone and my makeup mirror. And then, like I said, you're gonna see me looking in my makeup mirror just to make sure, because it's lighted, it's okay. So when I went to the Tarte event at Ulta this year, I spent so much money, but I got so many samples, and I've been trying their Gifted mascara. It's their Amazonian Clay Smart Mascara. And you will see me mascara my false lashes, but also what you won't see is at the end of the day, I will wash these lashes. Like, a good pair of false lashes can last you so many wears if you take care of them. Like, you gotta get the mascara off them. You've gotta get the glue off the band. Oh, thank you, Belle. I dropped my eye cream earlier in the video, and she just got it for me. Took a break from her performance to help me out. Everyone knows I like my lashes big. I will put a lot of mascara on. You don't have to put that much mascara on. Normal humans probably don't wear as much mascara as I do, but it's alright.
You touched my treasure. No. Hey!
Okay, and I'm not huge on using it on my lower lashes, but just to tie the look together, I'm gonna use a tiny bit, and I'm not like swiping down, I'm literally wiggling it back and forth. Yes, Belly.
Can we do the nasty purple?
Okay. So, the camera is making me look like super oily. It's really not. It's super matte. Okay, so I have this. A couple of these palettes I'm using I actually just got in my BoxyCharm subscriptions, which I got a suggestion on doing beauty subscription reviews, which is something I can absolutely do. This is by Pure. Again, I love that brand. But it's a full like face palette. It's got 6 shadows, and then it's got 2 highlights, 2 blushes. I am going to use this super like dark burgundy, but I'm only going to use a little bit. Like, it's not going to be super dramatic. Like, literally just touch your brush to it. And you're going to put that in the apples of your cheeks and blend upwards into your contour. And then blush, people think it's just for your cheeks. You should really put a little on your forehead, your nose, your chin, like, just to, you know, make your skin look like it all fits together. Like, not a lot, obviously, just enough to make it look like the rest of your skin has color.
I can only see
Okay, so since we're going with a fall look, I'm gonna keep going with that, I think, with my lips. I go back and forth with lips. I love lip scents. Like, that's one thing I use a lot, and actually it's what I'm going to use today. I'm not really going to get into like application and everything. Like, I'm just gonna, I mean, if you want to know how to apply it, you should really find a rep. I have an amazing one. But I'm using the shade Plum, and I'm just going to go over it with their regular glossy gloss. And I'm probably going to speed through this part of the video because this does take a minute. still sticky.